Hello, hello, hello. I have a frog video for you. Hello. My name is Frog and I'm carrying a strawberry translucent colored caviar inside of me. Here, I'll show you. Here's the caviar. Don't eat caviar, okay? I burped that all out. Burp, burp. No to caviar. So burp, burp, burp. I got the caviar for you. Ta 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 ta. Aha, 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 ha ha, ha ha. I burped that out. Ta 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 ta. I don't want caviar. Ta ta. Those are frog eggs. I am laying frog eggs. No. Frog eggs. Don't eat caviar. That's fish eggs, actually. And don't eat frog eggs either. Okay, don't do it. And don't eat frogs. Okay. No frog eating. Okay. No dog eating, no cat eating, no animal eating. Okay. Veganism. Veganism is love. Okay. That is the universal truth of everything. Okay. Oh, this is heavenly. Heaven fun is this. And listen to the sound it makes. Burp. Burp. These are actually the mating calls that the frogs make. When they sit in a pond, they sit on the side of the pond with the butt in the water. And the eyes are outside of the surface of the water. They look very similar to this, actually. And the throat here, it doesn't really represent it very well because the bubble goes up. But the actual frogs, they do something exactly like this. It's exactly like that, except it's happening here in the throat area. The throat, like this, burps up into a huge inflated bubble. And that's what makes that burping sound. Yes, it's burp. That's what it makes. That burp. I've always been fascinated with frogs. My entire life, I grew up with frogs. My grandfather had wild toads. My parents read me fairy tale stories, and one of them, I don't know if you're familiar with those, but you know, the good old German Middle Age fairy tale stories of the princess going out into the garden, and she's sitting by the pond, and she has a golden ball that I don't know what the ball is made out of, a golden ball to play with. I guess it's hollow, or I don't know, no, I think it's not hollow. So anyway, she was playing with the golden ball and it falls into the pond and she cries, and a frog brings her the ball back. Here's the ball, golden ball for you. Here, princess. Come, take it. And she says, thank you, frog, for bringing me the golden ball back. That was my favorite toy. And the frog says, yeah, but wait a minute. I'm a toy too. Yes, don't forget that. You can buy me at the Dollar Tree store for $1. So, so then the princess, she says, I like you. You are my best friend. And the frog says, all you need to do is you need to kiss me on the mouth, and then I will become a human man. So the princess, she was first a little bit squeamish about that. Like, I don't know what that causes, if there is bacteria on that mouse or not. And the frog says, I assure you, there are no bacteria on my mouse. I am germ free. Okay, Nicola washed me good. Trust me. Yeah, she does not want a virus. Yeah, she also wears the mouse protection, the medical face masks, yes, and always good washing of everything. Yes, yes, yes. And then the princess said, okay, well, if you're that clean, then I'll give it a try. And she kissed the frog on the mouth. And lo and behold, guess what happened? The frog became a human man. And she fell in love with him, and he fell in love with her. And they were happily married ever after. And that is the end of the story. And so what did I do as a child? The artist in me was like, okay, we gotta try this out now. Okay. So I went into the garden, I was like 7, and I grabbed one of those winter hibernating. It was late November in Germany, getting very cold there. It was like, I was getting close to freezing, and the frogs and the toads, they were getting ready to go into their anti-freeze. They have natural antifreeze in their bodies. This is amazing, is that? So they were starting to slow way down in their body movements, and they were just sitting there, fat, and like, oh, well, so I don't have any energy left. And and I go up there and I pick one of these fat toads, and the toad felt so cold on my hand, squishy and cold. And I brought the toad to my mouth and I kissed her on the mouth. I said her because at that time I thought it was a male who would then become my human male boyfriend. Okay. But it didn't happen. That doesn't come as a surprise. It didn't happen because that toad was female. Yes, no, that's not the only reason why it didn't happen. Yeah, that was very nice. I always had to do these things, and I just was fascinated with frogs and toads. Oh yeah, and then I have another frog story. Fast forward to Los Angeles. It was 1999 or 1998, somewhere around that era. And we went to Topanga Canyon hiking with Gary Allen, friend of Paul's, and with our former dogs, Ludwig and Samantha, Great Danes, Harlequin Great Danes. We went hiking, always went hiking. Almost every night we went out there in Bel Air, Topanga Canyon, and Brentwood. Real beautiful hiking trails. just outside the hustle and bustle. And we always went at night because we didn't want to run into other dogs, other people hiking there, bike riders, horseback riders, and didn't we wanted to avoid the heavy traffic, of course, so we did everything at night in LA, and it was really nice. I was even roller skating at night at the marina, at the Ballona Creek bike path, all the way down, roller skating with headphones on, listening to Y&T, Black Tiger, and Rescue Me. And I was singing loud with it. And there was a guy there that was fully drunk coming out of a house, and he said, "Why isn't she ferocious?" And it hurt my ego. So back then, that was before the time, that was long before I listened to Jiddu Krishnamurti. So, but anyway, we went to Topanga Canyon, and it was really, really nice. It was on a summer night. It was about 12 midnight, and we were walking down that hiking trail into the canyon with our headlights on and flashlights. And suddenly I hear like these real deep voices, like, and I thought, Paul, we gotta get out of here. There's a bear, coming from Germany. I am not used to large frogs. The largest frog was about this size, that would fit like this into my hand. I wasn't used to frog this size. So a frog this size, a bullfrog, would have a much larger burping bubble, right? Like, I don't know, 10 times the size. And that burping bubble would make sounds that sound just like a bear. And I was so afraid. So Paul said, there is no reason to be afraid. Those are frogs. I thought, okay, that is very strange. I didn't know that there were frogs that made such like bare, deep bass sounds. And Paul said, yeah, they are bullfrogs. They're not even native there. They come from Mississippi. And some people, with some reckless and some malicious intent, came and brought some of their, caviar eggs or some of their tadpoles. The tadpoles are actually this size. Really big. They're as big as a tangerine. And they have, the tadpoles already have those eyes sticking out. But even more farther apart, like they're sticking out the side of the head like this. And they are gorgeous. And they come in different sizes. Yeah, and some people, they brought them over there as some kind of prank or something. And they set them out there into Topanga Canyon and other places wherever there was a pond. People thought, oh, cool, let's bring some of those from the Mississippi River. And guess what happened? The bullfrogs started to eat all the native frogs. And so that created an environmental catastrophe. But the frogs they don't know better. Like, no, I like to eat. So anyway, my time is the video time. I gotta turn it off now. Anyway, take care.